time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone and welcome to Driving with Todd. At about 8 o'clock in the evening, I normally get my Chromebook, go into the kitchen and sit at the table and play around on the internet. My 3 dogs usually come into the kitchen and lay down around me and fall asleep. They like being near me, and I like having them around me as well, especially when I'm playing on the internet. I've got 2 brothers. They're Rottweiler mixes. One's name is Barrett, the other is Cloud. And then I have a little female by the name of Zoe, and she's a Schipperke mix. And they just kind of lay there and sleep, and I goof around on the internet. I usually end up getting to YouTube, like normal. And when I did last night, a new band video popped up on my homepage on YouTube, a group that I never heard of before. And this group is called Brass Against. Now, they were doing a cover of an Ozzy Osbourne song, and it was sung by a female vocalist. I had to watch it because it was a new group. I had to hear what they sounded like, and I was amazed. They were phenomenal. The vocalist was excellent, but what was unique about this group is they had a drummer, a guitarist, and a brass section. That's it. They didn't have a bass guitar, keyboard, whatever. It was a brass section, guitarist, and drummer with a vocalist. After watching the video, it was like, that was really good. I got to go to their channel. So I went to their channel, which was Brass Against, and they have a lot of videos. What I learned is they formed in 2016 by the lead guitarist, whose name is Brad Hammonds. He wanted to put together a group that was brass-oriented, that did hard rock and heavy metal. When I was looking at the videos that were available, a lot of the songs I had never heard of before because they're from groups from the 90s and the 2000s. And I really didn't listen to a lot of that style of music. They had Alice in Chains, Rage Against the Machine, Tool, Nirvana. These are groups I never really listened to before. But there was also songs by groups that I did recognize, and I watched a couple of them. One of them was Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. Another one was War Pigs by Black Sabbath. I had to hear what those sounded like, and they were amazing, done with brass. Then I noticed that they had just recently recorded a cover version of the song The Great Gig in the Sky. Now, I love that song. That is just a fantastic song. That was from the album Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. It's written by Richard Wright, who is the keyboard player for Pink Floyd, and a female by the name of Claire Torrey. Now, I remember buying Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon in 1973. I was a big Pink Floyd fan. I had Ummagumma, Adam Heart Mother, Metal, Obscured by Clouds, the soundtrack to More. Those are just fantastic albums. So when I got Dark Side of the Moon, and I'm listening to it, I'm going, well, this is so different. This isn't like what I'm used to from Pink Floyd. But then I got to the last track on the first side, which was The Great Gig in the Sky. And I was mesmerized. This is Pink Floyd. It was like space music backtrack, with this female singing, but not singing words. It's just a marvelous song, how this woman uses her voice over the backing track. And that woman was Claire Torrey, who helped write the track. Now, Claire Torrey was found for the track by Alan Parsons. He said they were looking for a female to do vocals on a track, and he said, I have this special person for you, Claire Torrey, and she was marvelous. So when I saw a group that is doing a cover version of The Great Gig in the Sky, it's like, I gotta hear this. But I thought, let's hold off and do it as a reaction on Driving with Todd. Because I just can't imagine I just can't imagine a female vocalist being able to memorize how Claire Torrey did those vocals and then reproduce them on a cover. Now, the female vocalist for this track, this video we're going to watch, goes by the name of Morgan. Morgan James. Now, I've never heard of her before, so I'm really anxious to hear how she does those vocals. We also have Brad Hammonds on guitar, Frank Cohen on trombone, Wayne Tucker on trumpet, Oscar Stenmark on trumpet, Nathan Elman Bell on drums, and Kenneth Bentley on tuba. Let's see. Yep, that. Oh, there's Andrew Gatuskas. Gatuskas, I think is how his last name is pronounced, on baritone saxophone as well. This is arranged by Andrew, the saxophonist. So let's hear this. I can't wait to hear the vocal section and how Morgan James covers Claire Torrey. I just can't imagine it. Here we go. That was amazing. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. How do you, how can I say this? I mean, she hit all the notes. She sounded, I mean, there's no lyrics, right? There's no lyrics. So you can't go by the lyrics along with the backing track. It's just kind of uh, wailing, you could almost say, using her voice to to sing along with the music with no lyrics, and to reproduce what was done by Claire Torrey on The Dark Side of the Moon was amazing. I mean, it was almost like perfect. I mean, how do you do that without lyrics? How do you get those sounds out of yourself to mimic what somebody else did in 1973? I that was amazing. And she did it with a lot of emotion as well. I mean, there was a lot of emotion in her face to get those notes out, because some of those were very, very high notes as well. To me, that was one of the best vocal covers I think I've ever heard. That was incredible. And the backing track, the instrumental portion of the song was so cool. You know, you had the beginning with the guitarist where he's playing the slide on there to give it that boom sound that's in the beginning of the Great Gig in the Sky. I thought that was cool. The drummer was right on. I mean, the drummer hit every one of the notes that the drummer played on the original version. And then you have the brass section. The arrangement on the brass section was really cool because that took the place of the bass guitar, took the place of the keyboards that Richard Wright played. I mean, it took the place of everything that the drummer and the guitarist wasn't able to cover. And it did it so well. You'd swear that's how that song should have been done with a brass section. It was done so well. I love the tuba. I love the tuba playing the bass notes on that track. That was really cool. But the whole thing was just outrageous. And like I said, when Morgan James came in, I believe that was her name, Morgan James. When she came in, right in her first note out of her mouth was like, "Oh my gosh, this is incredible! I didn't expect anything like this at all. I mean, this was just so incredible sounding. How she did that number. How do you, in my mind, I'm still going, how do you memorize that? How many times do you have to practice that to memorize that? How do do you listen to the record and then do a section of it and then listen to another section of the record and then do that section and then try to put it all together? I don't know how you do that because there isn't a real note structure or lyrics to be able to guide you through the song. Amazing. Amazing. I was going to stop it and it's like, no, I'm not going to stop this. I got to see this whole thing all the way through. It was just so fantastic and amazing. I loved it. I hope you loved it too. If you did love it, hit that like button. That'd be really appreciated. That's the old thumbs up button. If you have any comments about Brass Against doing a cover of The Great Gig in the Sky, hey, why don't you put it in the comments below? That'd also be very cool, very interesting to read what you have to say. Now I'm going to take a link to this video, put it in my description below. So if you want to watch it again, which I think you're going to, I mean, it was fantastic, click on that link. It'll open up and play for you all the way through. Also, I'm going to put a link to the channel that uploaded this video, which was Brass Against. You got to check out their channel. A lot of good music, especially if you're into the harder edged rock of the 90s and of the 2000s. You'll go crazy at the stuff they have out there. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? Why don't you go below my video? I know you still have it open. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll be making me very happy. If you go over here and ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. Yeah, when I listened to the first video that popped up on my homepage, which like I said was an Ozzy Osbourne cover, I was just amazed because of the instruments they were using and the lead vocalist. She was fantastic too. It was a different lead vocalist than what we had here. And when I went to their channel, I was just like, wow, look at all this stuff. And it's all really cool songs, a lot of different vocalists. So check it out. You gotta check it out. So this was amazing. It put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping to put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.